It has been a long time since we've done a Genshin Impact video. I was tired last night. I will not be streaming from Thursday through Sunday, so I got some videos pre-uploaded for y'all. But I wanted to bang this out before I go away for a little bit, and it's upgraded artifact auto lock feature and increased elemental reaction damage developer discussion November 6th. So I'm just going to give you my genuine first honest thoughts. I want to read this through first fully, and then break it down and tell you my thoughts and opinions on it. My expectations for 5. This is 5.2. We know we're already not getting an Archon Quest. The Archon Quest is going to come in 5.3. That's probably where the Pyro Traveler is going to come into place. But so I just want to see what's happening. The first thing I want to say off rip is no artifact. They are doing everything other than giving artifact loadout system. People are going to comment and tell me that I'm a piece of crap, yada, yada, yada. But an artifact auto lock for artifacts? I don't think anyone asked for that, but whatever. Let's dive into it. So, increased damage for certain elemental reactions could be interesting. Let's see what happens. All right. So, hi, travelers. Latest developer discussion is here. Let's talk about the optimizations of this new version. Blah, 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 blah. So, Treasure Compass. I'm going to be so honest and transparent with you. Anytime I've explored, just me personally, I've never used a treasure compass. I've kind of just explored myself. So I don't really know anything about these. Apparently, it takes 3 minutes to refresh or whatever. 30 seconds. I don't know. Maybe that's why I have such bad exploration. I just have fun getting lost. But whatever. Ta-da! Treasure compasses can now detect a wider range of chests, such as time trial challenges and Sealies that are yet to return to the Sealy courts. You're one step closer to treasure. It's cool. It's whatever. Starting version 5.2, a new quick swap feature will be added for treasure compasses and Oculus Resonance Stone. After enabling quick swap, when you use a treasure compass or Oculus Resonance Stone, it will automatically be swapped to match any region you cross into. Okay. I had to read it again for a second. I'm a little slow. It's cool. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's little quality of life updates that have people probably been asking for a long time. Yes. It makes the game more convenient, but it's nothing groundbreaking, right? So this is where I got excited at first when I saw artifacts. I was like, oh, boys, we're not getting artifact loadout, unfortunately. So let's break this down. Auto lock feature now upgraded. Handle everything with a single click. To make it easier for you to manage large quantities of artifacts and to make it simpler to understand and use the auto lock feature, the feature has been optimized. Starting from version 5.2, you can use the recommended lock plan. Once enabled, you don't need to do anything yourself. The system will auto lock any artifacts to meet the requirements. So it says automatically lock 5-star requirements, automatically lock artifacts that will create crit damage as minor affiliates, goblets with elemental damage bonus or physical damage bonus, the main affix. You know, like you could click on these, etc. Okay. So the recommended general lock plan and set lock plan have preset auto lock affixes based on common applications. Excuse me. The recommended artifact plan will be adjusted in the line with updates to the game, so you don't have to adjust anything yourself. If you want to keep things simple, you can enable this setting with just one click. If you have your own custom needs, you can set your own plans for each component. So right here, it says you can, pick whatever stats. Required affixes one set when the plan is used. Only artifacts that include all required fixes will be locked. This is one of those things where it's cool and it is cute, but again, nobody asked for this. Like, I promise you, there's maybe 10 people out of the 50, 60 million monthly people who ask for an artifact auto locker. Most of the time, most normal people, what happens is when they get an artifact that they like from a domain, because you're getting them from domains or a boss battle, you click it. Oh, I like that. And I click the lock button. It's nothing groundbreaking. This is not a crazy quality of life update that I'm like, wow, gamers, MTash here. And this changes, no, this is not the case. It's pretty abysmal. It's really useless. Let's just be honest with you. Artifact Astral Mark feature now available. As well as auto lock, you can now use the marking function to filter your artifacts even further. This can be paired with the auto lock feature, so artifacts that meet your basic requirements are automatically locked, while those you choose to focus on are marked with the star. The artifacts that are not locked can be salvaged or used for mystic offerings. Marked artifacts will be automatically locked and given priority display in the artifacts list to make it easier for you to locate them. Feature of sorting artifacts in order when they were obtained. Sometimes you may wish to prioritize checking artifacts. This I like. Prioritize checking artifacts that you have most recently obtained. Starting version 5.2, a button will be added to the artifacts page in your inventory, allowing you to sort the time being obtained. Uh, Time of when artifacts have obtained is a lot easier because if you go on 1,000 resin grind and maybe you're just running through them and you want to find something random, obtain, it's Wuwa has that. It's a good feature. Doesn't that sound like it would come in handy in collecting large number of artifacts from Natlan secret spaces? Wow! Oh my God! No, what do it does actually coese. It does what do it coese. Okay, so I'll give my full thoughts on everything after. I still want to go through this first. Weapon selection page optimizations. Did I refine that catalyst to 4 or 5? I think I might need another sword. Maybe we should check to make sure. Okay. In order to make it more convenient for you to check the weapons, you already have when I'm taming this weapon amount, level, and refinement information will now be displayed in forging shop battle passes. This is great. Excuse me. There's nothing wrong with this. This is absolutely perfect. I think this is a very solid change. That is a very good quality of life because I know for myself, I don't know how many ballad of whatever pole arms I have. So sometimes I'll just randomly pick that and then I wind up not needing it. So this is nothing but net positive. I like that. Teapot I don't care about, but whatever, we'll go over it. Purchase wood from the Realm Depot. Starting with version 5.2, you can purchase wood that you've already obtained from the Realm Depot and the Serenity Pot. What's more, the cooldown for using either Boon of Elder Tree will be reduced from 15 seconds to 5. I don't know anything about the teapot. I'm not a teapot gamer. It is what it is. Based on so this is the part that it seems like there's a quarter, less than a quarter of a slide dedicated to probably what is the most important part of the patch, which is so silly, but it's okay. Based on continued observations of the different elemental reactions in combat, adjustments will be made to allow a wider variety of characters and lineups to shine. Starting from version 5.2, the base damage of Overload, Superconduct, Electrocharge, and Shadow reactions will be increased. Excuse me, these adjustments have already been implemented in the version of 5.2 test server and will continue to observe the results to ensure the quality of your combat experiments. Isn't Overloaded already broken? I guess this is just going to make Overloaded without Chevreuse better, but there's nothing bad about this, like, at all. I guess my thing is, like, this completely is depending on the multipliers. If you wanted to use Electrocharged, and you make an Electrocharge team, but you see that your Hyperbloom team, or your Vaporize team, or your Melt team is still absolutely obliterating the Electrocharge, and they're not bringing it a one-to-one upgrade, I think overall at the end of the day, these are probably going to be completely useless. It just there is no point in using Shatter mechanics if it cannot match or at least be somewhat as good. Even if it's not one-to-one, if Hyperbloom and Vapes and whatever is here, bring Shatter here. Like bring it here. You know what I'm saying? Like this is Shatter. Like make it close. All of these should be close because realistically, if you think about it, that is a good way to get sales up. I mean, just going on a little bit of a tangent, but if people know, hey, listen, like Shatter is good, and this character might be good for Shatter, or Electrocharge is good, Superconduct, whatever the case may be. Okay, now I have more of an incentive to pull these these characters that fit these specific niches because they're better, right? If it's just a little bit of a buff, it's not going to make a difference. I would really, really, really love to see some meta changing tier list after this. I'm not saying Chung Yun is going to be S plus rank or something, but I would like to see someone like Chung Yun go up, etc., etc. Like I think this has potential. I wish there was more information. I wish there was more specifics. We probably won't get specifics until the actual version the version fully comes out. But this is the biggest thing to me out of this whole patch, and it's like no information on it. So we'll see what happens. I'm cautiously optimistic. I very big on the cautiously. I think Natlan has just been an L personally, but whatever. Imaginarium Theater, increased blessing level buffs for special best characters. I said that wrong. Starting from version 5.2, the blessing level buffs received by special guest characters increased by 100. Okay. Now that you're unaffected by elemental type restrictions and can enjoy more powerful buffs, maybe it's time you try to add more special guests. New character and boss tags added to performance prep page. Deciding which characters to add to your party is undoubtedly a huge consideration when preparing for combat. No, it's not, because most people only have the exact amount of characters, so they have nothing to think about. This game mode sucks. So it's really not, it's actually not a big portion of it. People are picking Ningguang at level 70 with no artifacts and a Lisa or something because they don't have characters. So this is whatever. Okay. I'm coming off salty. But I just want to keep this in mind. I really, really, really bought into the hype in Atlan. Like, I really did. I haven't done the new story yet. Maybe the new story cinema, right? Everything else besides Natlan, I think, is underdelivered substantially, right? So I've made a video on that already, but that's neither here nor there. So let's look at what the change is. After the new version, characters can be sorted according to elemental types, whether they're mostly on field or off field, and whether they're DPS support or survival characters. That's cool. I mean, that's cool. It's like the little woo thing that they have. Woo did it for. Yeah. The number of characters in each category will be displayed in the selected areas. Okay, that's valid. I like that. That's cool. They will also be displayed when drawing character cards. That's fine. At the same time, you can click a boss avatar to view their information and see which character possesses a tactical advantage. Okay. Pneumonia, whatever. Sometimes I find myself after the battle, discover I have too many damage dealers. Hopefully, this will make it easier. New supporting cast record. Starting December, you will be able to view a record of the characters your friends have borrowed. Okay. What's more in response to your feedback, completing all acts in one go, starting version 5.2. After completing at least 3 acts as well as your dialogue with Wolfie, you can press the next acts button on the finalization screen after each successful performance to continue your challenge. Okay, cool. That's valid as opposed to continues to be sent back to the lobby. That is easily the most annoying thing about the mode. And that is it. Good updates, but please artifact loadouts. I think the updates are pretty mediocre. I think it's pretty mediocre. No artifact loadout. I think it's just a massive W. Excuse me, a massive L. They have done everything but artifact loadouts. Everything. Everything. I don't even know if we're getting a new map. Right? If we're not getting new map, I actually don't know if there's anything to do. We'll see. Maybe we get a new map, although I don't know. But new development discussions, many one step closer, blah, blah, blah. I'm excited to see the treasure compass getting an update. I'm just trying to see what other people are saying. Hard pass. Feature would be really help. Speed up resin refresh for sure. Please let us get books and weapon mats. I agree. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, like, honestly, man, I am not really, yeah, extremely disappointed for how slow paced the game is delivering quality of life. 5.0 introduced a ton, but non-critical ones like loadouts. People ask for 1.0. We also need a retry button. Yeah, man, I think overall it's just another mid patch. I think it's a filler patch. I don't care. I don't care. It's really unfortunate. I love Genshin Impact, but this patch ain't it. So that's my thoughts. Right, that's the patch notes. You know, the last one I was more positive with, and it flopped in my mind, and I think Natlan has been a flop. I just don't enjoy it. I really, really don't enjoy it, man. I love Genshin. Like, I think there's a lot of misconception when people criticize Genshin, right? I love the game so much, and it has absolutely changed my life. That's why I want the game to be better. And they insist on not making the game better. So, that being said, I love you. I'll see you. We'll be live again on Monday. Mwah, I'm out.